Vaccines have been a cornerstone of modern medicine for decades, widely credited with saving countless lives and preventing the spread of infectious diseases. However, despite the overwhelming scientific consensus supporting their safety and efficacy, a growing chorus of critics has begun to question the validity of vaccine claims. This skepticism is often fueled by the perception that vaccines are a form of propaganda, designed to deceive the public into accepting a supposed quick fix for complex health issues. Moreover, some argue that vaccines can actually weaken the immune system and increase the risk of illness. One of the primary concerns driving this narrative is the notion that vaccines are not as effective as claimed. Critics point to instances where vaccinated individuals have contracted the very diseases they were inoculated against, citing this as evidence that vaccines are nothing more than a thinly veiled attempt to line the pockets of pharmaceutical companies. While it is true that vaccine efficacy can vary depending on factors such as the type of vaccine and the individual's overall health, the scientific consensus is clear: vaccines are a crucial tool in preventing the spread of infectious diseases. Another factor contributing to the perception that vaccines are propaganda is the reported side effects associated with vaccination. Headlines often sensationalize rare but serious adverse reactions, such as allergic reactions or neurological disorders, leading some to conclude that vaccines pose a significant health risk. However, it is essential to consider the context of these reports. The vast majority of vaccine side effects are mild and temporary, such as soreness at the injection site or low-grade fever. Moreover, the risk of serious side effects is extremely low, with estimates suggesting that the likelihood of a severe reaction is less than 1 in a million. A common argument made by vaccine skeptics is that vaccines can actually weaken the immune system by overwhelming it with foreign substances. This idea is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of how vaccines work. Vaccines introduce a small, harmless piece of a pathogen, such as a virus or bacteria, to the body, which then triggers an immune response. This response is localized and specific, targeting only the introduced pathogen, and does not compromise the overall immune system. In fact, vaccines can actually strengthen the immune system by providing it with valuable practice in fighting off pathogens, thereby enhancing its ability to respond to future infections. The claim that vaccines make you sick is also rooted in a misconception about the nature of immunity. Vaccines do not introduce the actual disease-causing agent into the body. Instead, they stimulate the immune system to produce antibodies and immune cells that can recognize and attack the pathogen if it were to enter the body in the future. This process is designed to mimic the natural immune response without actually causing the disease. It is possible for individuals to experience mild symptoms, such as fever or fatigue, after vaccination, but these are typically short-lived and a sign that the immune system is responding as intended. Despite the overwhelming scientific evidence supporting the safety and efficacy of vaccines, the myth that they are propaganda designed to weaken the immune system persists. This is often fueled by misinformation and a lack of understanding about the underlying science. It is essential to approach this topic with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing the complexity of the issues at hand. By doing so, we can work to dispel the misconceptions surrounding vaccines and promote a more informed public discourse about the importance of vaccination in maintaining public health. Ultimately, vaccines have been proven time and again to be a vital tool in preventing the spread of infectious diseases, and their benefits far outweigh the minimal risks associated with their use.